So Donald Trump promised during the campaign that he would fight the opioid crisis, and then he declared it a national emergency as president. And what has he done to fight the crisis? Well, very, very little so far, including greatly defunding the programming that's involved. I'll get to that at the very end to give you a sense of how substantive this story is and how real it is. Well, one of the things that he did was he appointed someone to the Drug Policy Office that is now at a very senior position. Let's find out who he is. A 24-year-old appointed to a top position in the White House Drug Policy Office has come under scrutiny in recent days for a scanty resume and lack of qualifications, HuffPost reports. Now, his name is Weyeneth, and we're gonna go to the Washington Post now because they have an explanation of his background. Now, but before we do, look, he's incredibly young. He's 24 years old. In fact, when he originally came into the White House, he was 23 years old. But maybe he's one of those kids who's a genius and he graduated from high school early and college really early, and he already has a wealth of experience. And so hence, having this 24-year-old whiz kid in the White House might do some good in tackling the opioid crisis. Let's find out if that's the case. So we go to the Washington Post. Weyeneth's only professional experience after college and before becoming an appointee was working on the Trump campaign and transition. Oh, so no whiz kid, no amazing stories from college, early graduation, nope. How about a world of experience? Nope, no experience, none. His only experience is working for Trump. Okay, it's gonna get way worse. Well, they said no, to be fair, when he was in college, he was working with one particular law firm, okay? Well, let's go find out about that. While in college, late in 2014 and early in 2015, Taylor Weyeneth began working as a legal assistant at the New York firm O'Dwyer Bernstien. He was discharged in August of 2015, partner Brian O'Dwyer said in an interview. So the one thing he had while still attending school, he was fired from. Oh boy. All right, let's find out why. In a resume initially submitted to the government, Weyeneth said he worked at the firm until April 2016 when an FBI official called as part of a background check in January 2017. The firm said that he had left 8 months earlier than the resume indicated. O'Dwyer, the partner involved, said. Okay, now look, if we're nitpicking some guy's resume who's got 12 years of experience, 24 years of experience, and he didn't work for as long as he said he did in one particular job. Come on, get past it, right? So, but it's not that. One, the guy has no experience. Two, he was lying about this part of his resume. We'll see if there's other parts of the resume that he had issues with. Three, the only job he could point to as any experience fired him. So let's stay there for a second. So you go to Brian O'Dwyer, so what happened there? He says, quote, "We were very disappointed in what happened." He said Weyeneth just didn't show. His only work experience, he got fired for not showing up. Donald Trump's like, oh, I'd like to destroy the White House office on drug policy. So just like I'm doing with every department. The guy who sued the EPA 14 times and wants to destroy it, I'm gonna make him the head of the EPA. The guy who once said the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau was, quote, a sick, sad joke that he'd like to destroy, we'll make him the head of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Department of Energy, Rick Perry wanted to get rid of it, made him the head of the Department of Energy. In this case, drug policy and opioid abuse. It's like, I don't care, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect any of my donors. I do what my donors tell me. My donors are not interested in this, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take a 23-year-old kid, make him the deputy head of this organization, a huge role with no experience. Why? His main qualification is he doesn't show up to things. He's like, perfect. It's not the bug, that's the feature. Let's go to other parts of the resume. One, because it gives you a fuller picture, but two, because it's comical. Weyeneth left unchanged a portion of his resume that indicated that he had a master's degree from Fordham University, though a university official told the Post he has not finished his coursework. So I actually was too kind to him in my original summation. He didn't even finish college. Bunch of absolute clowns. I mean, are you surprised you showed up to the circus and what's the tent filled with? Clowns, of course. And the ringmaster's Trump. More, on his resumes, Weyeneth revised dates relating to job assignments And he cut the number of hours he claimed he had volunteered at a monastery in Queens while at St. John's from 275 to 150. A third resume provided by the White House does not mention volunteer work at the monastery. In other words, there ain't no monastery. The monastery exists, but he didn't go. Yet another job he didn't show up for, right? And he put it on there. He said, oh, 275 hours. Oh, they caught me? 150 hours. Oh, they caught me even worse. Okay, fine, I never went. Trump's like, stovetop, you're staying. If you don't show up for work, Donald Trump will hire you. Because their aim is to destroy government and anything it does to actually help American citizens. So to come back to the policy point here, in fact, the Trump administration is allegedly planning to slash ONDCP, that's the drug policy budget here, by 95%, as reported by Politico. We did that story for you at the end of last week. Even Republicans, including Capito and those from Ohio, from West Virginia and Ohio, including Portman, coming out going, no, don't take away 95% of that budget. We need that. People are dying out here. Opioid deaths are now one of the leading causes of deaths in America. And you said in the campaign that you would do something about it. You declared it a national emergency. And he's done nothing but hire a bunch of idiot kids whose main qualification is that they don't show up to work. You just watched the video by the Young Turks, the home of the revolution. If you'd like to get the full show, come join us and become a member. tytnetwork.com/join.